complex. Dr. Derek Drakeford is the son of Robert Drakeford, and he will speak next.
Join in with me now, come on. Amen. 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 One more time. With some soul, come on now. Amen. 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 Give yourselves a hand now. Come on now. It's a celebration. This is a celebration. Listen, y'all have heard many accolades about my dad's contemporary accomplishments. He was an effective leader, a politician, and I want to acknowledge my mother here, Diane, who was my dad's support system. She meticulously archived and maintained news articles and historical pictures that we see today, and Catherine is so carefully Zoom copied, and you'll be able to see them as well. I also want to acknowledge my brother, Bobby Drakeford. Bobby is a great teacher, a great mentor. He did beat me up when I was little. And I want to acknowledge my gorgeous, gorgeous wife, Iris Drakeford. My wife is a therapist, and she was helping me out today. Listen, but I'm here to shed light on how great of a dad my dad was. As a toddler, I remember putting my small feet into my dad's oversized shoes and trying to walk around. I would always fall because his shoes were too big to fill. My dad loved basketball. He was a scholarship athlete at Quinnipiac University, and later he coached my brother and my rec basketball team when we were little. You think your dad being the coach, you get a little more playing time. But he wanted to win. I remember in high school, my brother and my Uncle Rodney and my dad were playing, and we finally beat him in basketball. And we roasted him for weeks and weeks and weeks. We were young and we bragged. But my dad, in all his winning, he never bragged. It meant a lot to me when my dad would sacrifice to come to my football games at Chapel Hill High School just to watch me ride the bench. My dad loved his sons. 2 more memories, and I'm done. I can hear my wife in my ear saying, "Be brief and sit down." I remember when he was a professor at Auburn University, and I would go into the den of his office. I saw this old black and white picture of President Reagan sitting down at the center of the table in the Oval Office, and my father standing at the end of the table giving a presentation on behalf of the National Conference of Black Mayors. He served as their vice president, and they felt he was the best orator to give the presentation. I would stare at the details of this picture for hours. There was the most powerful man on the planet sitting down, listening to my father. No pressure. Lastly, and probably most important to me, my dad was passionate about mentoring. He wrote his dissertation on mentoring, and you can read it here at the Drakeford Library Complex. My dad had a wild idea while working at North Carolina A&T to take low-income youth living in housing projects in Greensboro, take them to the beach for a nature, I'm good. For a nature and camping experience. And he would solicit my Uncle Neil and his other friends as mentors to these young, rambunctious kids. And he had me go with them because I was young. I remember being in the school bus riding from Greensboro to the beach. And I'm gonna tell you, these kids were rambunctious. They wouldn't listen to the bus driver, they wouldn't listen to the counselor, they wouldn't listen to nobody. And then we got to the camp and everybody got in a circle and my dad started speaking. And it was like magic. All these kids who were once rambunctious gave him full attention. He used vocal tone and inflection and seriousness and love, and he reached the souls of each one of these kids. And at the end of that week, they were able to commune with nature, learn how to sail, learn how to camp, create fires. And my dad's legacy is really mentoring. And my last message to you is that there's a young person out there today that needs you. Take them to lunch to split a burger. Take them to the library to read a book with them. But we have to be parents to more than just our own kids. That's what mentoring is. So I'm gonna finish this as I began. Give me some soul. Where the grandparents at? Everybody say amen. 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 Let the ancestors hear you. Come on, one more time. Body say amen. 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 Somebody say Carbo!
Amen, amen, amen. Thank you so much, Dr. Drakeford, for those remarks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Our poet laureate is here.